So look, I lied actually. What? That I told you that our chapter is just finished of metal and non-metal, but that's not true because some portion of metal and non-metal are still uncompleted. Like we have to discuss some aspects of metals, ores, minerals, availability of non-metals, and how we can refine them. Yeah, a small portion, but it is there. Okay, so let's start. Today we have to discuss about from where we get all the metals and non-metals. What is the basic source of all those metals and non-metals? Cause you know what? We don't have so much technology that we can extract all the metals and non-metals from asteroids. Like yeah, there are Kuiper belt, and even our outside solar system there are uh, asteroid belt. You can extract lots of metals and non-metals from those asteroids. Even a single asteroid uh, is a size that you can extract millions of tons. Even there are so many asteroids are there in Kuiper belt and outside of that, that even you grab one asteroid, then you can extract millions of tons of iron, gold, silver, aluminium, magnesium, sodium. So there are plenty of them in plenty amount present outside. But since we don't have such technology that we bring back all those minerals, so currently we have a minor, beautiful, a small, tiny planet that we call Earth. And that Earth from where we live. And from that planet means this planet. Yes, this real very planet is what? From where we get all our metals and non-metals. Just functional sci-fi, but reality. We get all the metals, no matter what type of metal is that, gold or silver or aluminium, in the form of bauxite, in the form of dolomite, in the form of zinc blende. So there are varieties of different substances from which we get our particular element, particular metal or non-metal. And initially this subject, this topic currently delve into metal because mostly we get metal from our Earth's extraction. All the silicon chips that we prefer to make for our integrated circuits in computer and laptop and mobile phones, all the wires that are made by copper, aluminium and iron extracted from Earth, all those different types of non-metallic form like graphite, diamond, bromine, which is a liquid non-metal. So actually varieties of elements are present in our planet that we extract by using different types of methods. There are varieties of elements present. If you see the Earth is mainly divided into some portion like inner core, outer core, mantle portion and the crust. The upper part is the crust, around 10 to 20 kilometer beneath. Okay, up to the 20 kilometer, or mostly it sometimes goes to 80 kilometer, but after that you'll reach up to the mantle. Why I'm telling you this? There's a reason behind it. What? Just wait. This is an outer core and this is the inner core. You have a planet Earth. If you cut this planet equally in two halves, then you can see different steps, different levels of geological formation. Earth was entirely made by, in its initial stage, with the help of lots of asteroids and comets. They were just colliding, and with the help of that gravitational force collapsed into somewhat rounded form that we call Earth. But since in the progressive stages of that Earth, heavier elements was going down and lighter elements was going up, and that was creating the initial form of planet that is called protoplanet. So Earth was in its protoplanet stage where entirely the planet was made by just elements, no soil, no mountains, no rust or dust or any gas in its normal stage, in its normal form. All was just a compoundal structure, was compound form in a mixture form. Earth was quite solid, uneven, very irregular structure, but that was entirely the single blob of different asteroids and comets, and in that structure there were lots of different elements present, all the types of metals and non-metals that we extract nowadays from this earth. So there are varieties of elements present in crust, in mantle, outer core and in inner core. Inner core is initially made by iron, and then after upper layer, gold. There are lots of iron and gold are present in inner core and outer core. Inner core is actually solid, so you can't extract that because this is the primary base or foundation of this entire planet, the basic supporting foundation. We generally extract all the metals and non-metals from the upper layer that we call crust. Okay, and this is the layer, thin layer, thinnest layer in comparison to all these mantle, outer core and inner core, that provides us all the plenty amount of metals and non-metals like aluminium, like copper, like cobalt, like iron, like zinc, like sodium, magnesium, all these things. Generally in geography you must have been read about Sial and Sima. Sial and Sima means in crust it is called Sial. Why? Because silicon and aluminium are mostly abundant on the upper layer, and then if you go to the inner layer it's called Sima, silicon and magnesium. So look, there are plenty of different proportion of metals and non-metals also, but we generally classify crust and mantle according to the availability of elements and their proportional presence on the crust. This is the round table chart. You can see here aluminium, how much percent available in the crust, how much iron available on the crust, calcium, sodium, potassium, magnesium and other. Aluminium is present in 8.3%, iron 5.1%, calcium 3.6%, sodium 2.8%, potassium 2.6%, magnesium 2.1% and other elements 0.5%. These all elements are actually present on the upper layer of the earth that we call crust, and from this layer we extract the metals and non-metals by using different types of methods which we are going to study in our next class. Okay, till then, gracias.